Thanks for joining me today while I explain a little about living with a narcissist. A very, very, very big topic, and one that I work with a lot of the time with my clients. Now, when we do find ourselves living with a narcissist, number one, which is very, very, very difficult initially and for the long term, kind of not easy to ground with, is that there is nothing wrong with you. Okay. And a typical scenario is that we're always trying to prove our worth to them, prove ourselves, prove our point. It's very easy to get basically sidetracked. And is it me? Am I doing something wrong? And the truth is, and it took me a very, very, very long time to learn this through my studies, through working with clients in this dynamic, is that when living with a narcissist, they are hurt and wounded individuals that have been through a traumatic childhood, something in their childhood that has made them who they are today. Now, when we decide to live with a narcissist, obviously, initially, it's not like that at all. There can be warning signs, there can be red flags going up a lot of the time that are ignored. Now, let me ask you this question. What is it within you that is allowing yourself to live with a narcissist? Of course, there are the conscious practicalities. There are children, there's finances, there's all these things that, of course, make us question why we're living with someone that is mistreating us, that is impossible to live with. Now, let me give you an answer. The only way to really resolve this within you is to do the inner work. And what I mean by inner work is that there are parts of us that are fighting against each other. Consciously, you know it's wrong, but there's a subconscious pull of, I'm not good enough. What am I doing wrong? Why is he treating me this way or she treating me this way? It's just a constant battle. And while we're still in that disalignment and they are feeding off of our limiting beliefs and our fears, and we are feeding off of their control, it's just really a match made in heaven, because it's kind of like two wounded people that are feeding off each other. One is the empath, trying to understand, trying to reason. The other, unfortunately, is an unconscious individual who really is like a caterpillar speaking to a butterfly. Two different energies, we're tuning into two different radio channels. We are not meeting. So my best advice from my heart is really to work on yourself. Work with a qualified therapist who can help you to navigate the emotional part, not the practical part where we have children, we have finances, we're living, most of us, in a foreign country. It's to do with what do we believe about ourselves that have us where we are today. And I'll leave you with that note with all my love and all my best wishes. And it's always only when we discover our true worth, who we are, and what we want at a deep, deep, deep subconscious level, that the dynamic will completely shift and change. And what I mean by that is an awakening. Everything else will sort itself out. It's about really unbecoming who we've become and becoming our true selves. And that's when drastic change happens in a short space of time. Wish you all lots of love.